Good morning, Carolina TV viewers. Today we have a short interview with the Jaime Daniell. She running for the state Senate District 42. Thank you very much about talking something today about interview. First of all, can you tell the audience about yourself?
Absolutely. So my name is Jaime Daniell, and I'm running for the state Senate in District 42, which is southern Mecklenburg County. It encompasses Myers Park, Eastover, South Charlotte, down through Ballantyne, and also into Midhill and Matthews. I am a mother of a 17-year-old daughter who happens to be a competitive swimmer. I'm a business owner for 18 years. I own an employment agency that staffs mostly in commercial staffing, which is putting people to work in industrial manufacturing and clerical type positions. I have lived in Mecklenburg County since I chose to move here in 1999 when I was 22. And as I said, today is my 49th birthday. So I've seen a lot and I've been here and this is my home. And I'm committed to making it a place where, one, people want to continue to move to, and my daughter and her friends and everyone else wants to stay.
We're very happy that we have the opportunity to meet with you. Hello, ma'am. You are the Republican candidate running the North Carolina State Senate in the 2026 election. So what project do you have when you win the North Carolina State Senate election to serve the people? The first, since the January 20 of the 2025, they are change in America. Mostly to make America great again. As the candidate for the Senate seat of the North Carolina, please tell us what are your plan to have the North Carolina better and stronger.
Sure. So I believe North Carolina is a great state. I chose to move here, as I said, and I have 18 years of business experience of opening and owning my own business. So I understand what it takes to, one, start businesses here and how to support businesses. And in order to keep North Carolina moving and being great, we have to continue to attract talent, just not in businesses, but also in individuals. And so I will use my experience to help shepherd that and continue that growth. I'm also a parent that had sat on a school board. I took a school from profit to nonprofit and sat on that private school for 7 years. And then after my term was there, I've actually been on 2 charter schools. And I'm currently in a charter school, but as well as working on building a school in West Charlotte that will utilize opportunity scholarship programs. So my background is definitely in business and education, but I think the biggest part is, as I said, I moved here in '99. I chose Charlotte. I know what Charlotte was, and I know where it has been, and I know where it's going. And I wanted to step in and say, we're going to make Charlotte great again. There's no real big, talk about, it's about common sense, right? And right now we don't see a lot of common sense at the table. We see a lot of fighting from both sides. We see a lot of people not focused on the actual community and the citizens. And that is what I am. I'm going to come in and I'm going to continue to stay focused on what I believe that the common folk like us believe that the people in Raleigh should be doing.
Do you believe that North Carolina should enforce immigration law more?
I do believe that they should enforce illegal immigration more. I believe that if you have a legal path coming here, welcome. This is America. This is how America got started. But what has happened is the illegal immigration has caused so many rivets and so many divots in the actual population. And obviously, if you have to come here legally and all of a sudden we have people here that are illegal, how is that, in the better words, saying fair, right? There is a path to legal immigration and folks should actually be supported that are doing that, and I believe in that. But illegal, absolutely not. That's our country. Illegal immigration is illegal. That's why it says illegal.
Do you agree about many illegal people come to here? They burn our flag, and then they break the ICE buildings from government. Do you think about? We accept that or no?
No. So here's the thing. I mean, when the folks that are coming here that are burning flags or violent against ICE, they are not Americans. They're not trying to live the American culture. We are proud Americans. And again, if you want to come here, come legally and be a proud American. But the folks that are coming illegally are, I would say the majority of them are not coming here for the purpose to be a citizen of America. They're here to be disruptors. And that is not okay with me, and that's not okay with American citizens.
I see. Do you believe that North Carolina should enforce an immigration law more about that thing, about, many illegal people come to here and then, they break the law, they don't follow the rule of the Constitution of the United States. And then in your opinion, what is our North Carolina strong point or weak points?
So, I think right now we have an illegal immigration problem here in North Carolina, right? Where we have a problem where North Carolina is trying to pass a law in order to have, ICE be supported by the sheriffs, and the sheriff isn't following the rules, right? So we have a lot of issues just here. Even though we're not a border state, we are seeing a lot of the illegal immigration coming here, and our laws are supposed to be supporting American citizens. And so I see a lot of that as a big issue, as being a weak point for us. While we're trying, we have the other side that is working against us. We've got obviously a crime issue in Charlotte that has been going on for year after year, and they've been, let's say, kicking the bucket down the road and not addressing it. And now with obviously the situation that happened on the light rail, there is some actual, interest, and people are, getting involved and laws are being written. But there's still a bigger issue. I keep hearing people talk about the cops need to do their jobs. No. The cops did their job. The cops arrested this gentleman 14 times. What isn't happening is our judges and our magistrates aren't holding people accountable, and they're letting them out on cashless bond, or just letting them back on their own, signature and recognizance. That's not okay. That's not America. Where you need to be held accountable. If you're committing a crime, there needs to be consequences. And when we think of the way the judicial system is set, we think and we have faith that the judges and the magistrate are going to uphold the laws and help the average citizen. They're not doing that. And so I do feel like that's a weak point. But I think we have a lot of great strong points. We have school choice now. School choice was not in existence many years ago, where a lot of and all different families could take opportunities for it. Now we have the Opportunity Scholarship Program. We have obviously our tax cuts that are happening that are helping businesses and helping the average American. And so I think North Carolina has a lot of great things. And, I don't ever want to say the word bad, but there is a lot of work to do. And having people at the table that understand kind of more than just, let's say, attorneys or, the folks that have actually built things. We understand when you look at insurance and you look at other pieces that can help the whole state as a whole. And so I do think that there's a lot of great things, and I do think there's some that needs work. It's all fixable with common sense and people willing to work together. And that's what I want to do when I get to Raleigh, is be a voice, be a loyal vote for the conservative values, and represent all of North Carolina. That's my goal. I think we all have the same desire in this state. We moved. We love North Carolina. We live here because we love North Carolina. And North Carolina loves us, right? And so we just have to make sure that we're doing right by the citizens of North Carolina.
How about education? How you can have something else plan for the education?
Absolutely. There's a lot with education. Obviously, we hear a lot about the federal government disbanding the education system or the Department of Education up there. A lot of that's going to fall onto the states, right? And I think that's great. I think the states should have, one thing about big government, it's scary, right? So here we are, state-controlled government, which is fantastic. But it's also going to take a lot of people at the table that understand education if the state is going to be responsible for it. Again, I have been part of now 4 schools, and I've been involved with curriculum. I've been in part of leadership with them. And so I understand how to, one, begin a school, also shepherd a school. So inside of that, having my experience at the table as we bring education back into the state, I think will be absolutely valuable.
Thank you very much about you give us about the opportunity to interview you about the future and the proposed state of the North Carolina when you will be hold the position in this state as senator. We pray to God and bless you and a good health and win in the next election for the North Carolina state senator, and bring prosperity to all the North Carolina people. Thank you very much
Thank you for your time today.
Before the leaving, can you give the message for the Carolina TV viewer and on the resident of the North Carolina about go to vote in the next year?
Yes. You know, obviously there's a primary that starts in March of 26. Election day will be in November of 26. But one of my biggest messages to everyone is make sure that you go down ballot. A lot of folks just go in and vote for the top of the ballot or the larger names at the top. Remember that everyone at the bottom of the ballot actually affects your state more than some of the larger federal races. So please complete the full ballot. That is what I ask. That is my plea to anyone that you guys can pass on to, is that you complete your ballot, go all the way down and vote and know the races, know the candidates, do your research. And what's great about at least us in Mecklenburg County as well as the surrounding counties, we have people at the polls working every day. If you don't know about the candidates or the race, ask. They have literature. Sometimes you can pick up a ballot, go back and do your own research, but please vote down ballot. It's the most important. We have judges coming up, we have Senate races, we have tons of races that are down ballot, and that is the most important, and they are the ones that are doing the most for your state. So in order to have effective change, go down ballot, please.
Thank you very much. Can you tell the audience one more time now, if vote who?
Oh, yes. And I'm asking for your vote. My name is Jaime Daniell, running for state senate, and I will be on the ballot in March of 26. And I would really appreciate your vote and be honored to have it, to represent you all in the state of North Carolina.
Thank you, Carolina viewer. Please go to vote in the early vote in the March. Right?
Yes, and you can, if you want to learn anything more about me, you can go to my website. It's jaimedaniell.com, and it's spelled JaimedDaniell.com, and vote in March of 2026.
Thank you very
Thank you so
much.
much for your time.
Please go vote. Thank you, Carolina viewer. Tran Viet from the Carolina TV, North Carolina.